We should not be tearing some mom away from her child when the child has been born here and that mom's been living here for the last 10 years, minding her own business and being a important part of the community.
That's the President of the United States almost exactly a month ago, talking about the need for immigration reform. The law he's pushing is supposed to help people who have long histories in the United States, but who lack the legal status to stay. But as we've discovered, U.S. law, well, it has a big loophole. And it could mean thousands of adults adopted as children decades ago from other countries are now in the United States illegally. Here's why. Because of quirks in the law, parents only had to obtain citizenship for their children if they were born after the year 1983. For those born before, they might now be in the U.S. illegally. CCTV's Chris Casquejo has insight.
Oh, there's another eyeball.
What's the eyeball, is it?
There you go. Now find the other piece.
Putting together the pieces of his early life hasn't been easy for Adam Krapser, who could be sent back to Korea. This stay-at-home dad does not know much about his biological mother, who gave him and his sister up for adoption in 1979.
So she was part Korean and more than likely part American.
He and his sister spent 5 years with a family in Michigan.
There was a lot of, I guess you'd call it corporal punishment, but it was a lot of spankings and a lot of hitting.
They gave him up, and after a year of bouncing around foster and group homes, the Krapser family from Oregon took him in, where he says the abuse worsened at the hands of his adoptive father.
You see that I have a crooked nose, you know, he broke my nose at 14 years old because I couldn't find his car keys.
The Krapsers kicked Adam out of their house when he was 16, but not before he learned about what he says was the ultimate act of neglect. His adoptive father never applied for U.S. citizenship for him.
He told me on numerous occasions that it wasn't his responsibility.
Adam served time in prison for crimes he committed in his teens, including breaking into his parents' home to retrieve the only things that came with him from Korea, a Bible and rubber shoes. His criminal past put him on the radar of immigration authorities when he finally applied for citizenship on his own. Adam will face immigration authorities here at a hearing in early April. Immigration reform advocates can't say how many adoptees from other countries are in the same situation as Adam, but they believe the number is in the thousands. They want U.S. lawmakers to amend the Child Citizenship Act of 2000 to grant citizenship to all international adoptees, including those who were already 18 when the law went into effect, like Adam. His attorney said, Adam's story is one of abandonment by his mother, by both his first and second adopted families, by the state of Oregon, and now by the federal government.
Had formally renounced his Korean citizenship, therefore he is still a Korean national, not an American. Oh, man.
Since sharing his story on social media, Adam has heard from other adoptees who have been deported. And he worries about leaving the family he's worked hard to put together.
The only thing that keeps me going is the family that I've worked hard to build. You know, I don't deserve this family, you know, I feel most of the time, but for some reason they love me. For some reason, you know, they want me.
A family now at risk of getting torn apart. Chris Casquejo, CCTV, Vancouver, Washington.